Hey guys, let's get right into it. Tip number one is that the desert map has roughly 20% more land. This is because it's not an island, it's not surrounded completely by water, and this changes how it plays. There's a lot more ground to cover, so if you're going to want to play an outside zone as your drop zone, like I am here playing the island, you're going to need to be a lot more disciplined with your beginning looting and with looking at where the circle landed. Because if it's too far away from you, there's just too much ground to cover to be able to get to it effectively. It's possible to be able to go from the outside of the map all the way to the other side, but it really leaves you at a large disadvantage. So if you're going to do it, you're going to need to know why you're doing it and why you want to take that risk, and if you're dropping in a good zone to reward you for that risk. Tip number two is a lot more ambient noise has been added, like boxes that spark and a few other things. Don't let this trip you up. Keep listening for those footsteps. Tip number three is that there are two distinct doors that are outside doors. The one that you can see here with that letter slot, and then the second one, a green corrugated door. This is important because it'll help you in your early game looting. This new map has buildings with lots of doors, and you don't want to waste time opening doors that just lead outside. You want to be able to be looking for loot, opening doors that matter. Tip number four is that the desert map was built with vaulting in mind. The other map had vaulting added to it, but this map was built so things are there for you to vault. You can get on a lot of roofs, and actually a lot of loot is placed on roofs. I found helmets, I found my endgame gun, so use the roofs to your advantage. Use them for looting and use them for fighting your enemy. Tip number five, and the last tip, is that the new blue restricted zone moves faster, and quite a bit faster. And also the time between each new zone is shorter. You have less time to recover and get moving after you come in and out of a circle. The last thing is that the circles are much faster. You can't even outrun the first circle, where in the other update you used to be able to outrun the first circle, not anymore. And the last tip that kind of ties into it is that this map is a nightmare to drive across. PlayerUnknown's himself said that he wanted to make this map bumpier because he likes the way it plays with gunfights, which is nice, but when it comes to driving, it is an absolute nightmare, so be careful with your circle management. Don't end up like me, dead out in the playing zone. Alright guys, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video.